Enzo, thank you so much for your time. Exciting game to look ahead to this weekend. But going back to Monday night against Wolves, how relieving was it to get that win?
Very important, especially after 5 games that we didn't win. So it was very important, and now we're gonna try to continue in that way. I think the performance was good in almost all the 5 games. Probably we could be a little bit more clinical, because in all the games we score, and in all the games we had many chances to score more goals. And at the end, when you miss, the game is always open. The result is always open, so anything can happen. And unfortunately, we didn't win the 5 games.
Up against Manchester City this weekend, a repeat of the opening day fixture against the Premier League champions. Just how pleased are you with what this side has achieved in the time that's come between that game and now?
Yeah, very happy, especially because I think we evolved a lot as a team in the last 6 months since we start. We live also different kind of experience that help us to improve. For instance, the 5 games that we didn't win probably help us to be better in the future. So this kind of moment, I think, at the end, help the team to be better. And I said probably in terms of expectation, we are ahead of, as I said, ahead of my expectation in terms of the way we play and also in terms of results.
So why do you think the side is ahead of your expectations? What has been the key to that?
The players. At the end, they are the most important thing, because we can have good idea, but at the end, if you don't have the player, you miss the most important thing. So for sure, we are ahead of my expectation in terms of the way we play on the ball, off the ball, in terms of results, but it's only because of the players. And
in terms of that evolution you speak about, evolving this team, what has most impressed you? What have you been most pleased about?
Probably the way we try to play on the ball and off the ball. That since we start, we changed 4 or 5 different structure on the ball and off the ball, and in so short period, it's so difficult. In 6 months, that they can understand the game better. They can understand different structure. So this is probably the one that I'm very happy.
Especially in the summer, there was so much noise around Chelsea in terms of who would be signing, who would be leaving the club. Has your biggest strength or your biggest challenge been shutting out that outside noise and just focusing on what is going on here at the training ground?
For sure, it's show the progress or show the improvement of the team, because at the end, at the beginning of the season, unfortunately, everyone was talking about us, about the big squad or these kind of things. And now everyone is talking about us, just about football, and I think this show an improvement.
Was that a challenge for you, shutting out that outside noise?
No, because I didn't care a lot. In terms of, I always just focus on the pitch, how we can improve as a team, how we can improve players, and this is what's my main focus.
January, once again, so much speculation around players coming in and players potentially departing. In your role as head coach, how involved are you in recruitment and those decisions?
We are all together in terms of with the club, with the sport director, with the club, with chairman. We have to be in the same line in terms of recruit player. Otherwise, something is not working well. So we are quite close. We pay attention if we need to do something, and no more than that.
Tell me about Robert Sanchez. How's he coped this week? Because there's been a lot of noise around some of his performances over the last few weeks.
Oh, he's okay. Robert is okay. But I said straight after Wolves game that any players can do mistake. It's just the way you embrace that. It's just the way you deal with that. And this week, Robert was okay. So we don't have any kind of problem with Robert.
Do you see there being an issue with the goalkeeping situation, or are you happy with Robert right now?
No, we are happy with Robert. I'm happy with Robert, absolutely. I said in some games he did some mistake, but in other games he also makes some good save. So overall it's a matter of balance, and in this moment we are happy with Robert.
Tell me about your relationship with Noni Madueke.
I consider Noni, the reason why I spoke many times about Noni is, the reason why is because I consider Noni a top player for us. And the only thing I want from top players is the best for them, and this is the reason why many times I mention Noni.
Do you see there being a huge way that he can go then, in terms of, that's why you're speaking about him so much, because you know there's even more to come?
Yeah, absolutely. But also in terms of numbers, I think he scored already 6 goals in Premier League. He did many different assists. So in terms of numbers, he's doing fantastic. I think it's just his second Premier League season. So he's 22, it's very young. So he can only improve, but he needs to do the right things.
Up against Manchester City this weekend, a side you left as treble winners, this City side look like they're in a different place right now.
Yeah, but I think this kind of moment is normal for any club in the world. Probably because of the last 8-9 years, we don't consider normal for City this kind of moment. But because of the amount of trophy they won, I think it's part of our job, and it's a bad moment. But for sure they're gonna be back very soon.
And in terms of that treble-winning squad, what characteristics did that team have that you try to instill on the players in the squad you have here at Chelsea?
Yeah, especially the desire of win that kind of titles in that season. Then the player that they are always the main thing.
Do you see this side having some of those characteristics already?
I think we are in the right direction, but impossible to compare, us with the City, because I think we are quite far.
Do you see Cole Palmer carrying many of those factors that you want to see in this squad?
Yeah, Cole is one of the player for sure. As a player and as a team, we are going in the right direction, and this is the most important thing.
And speaking about going in the right direction, consistently you've said Chelsea aren't in the title race this season. In terms of that journey that you're going on, do you think that next season you could put in a real title challenge?
I don't know. The plan with the club was the schedule, that you try to do at the beginning of the season, or when you meet the club for the first time. The schedule was second season, go for top 4, and then after the second season, try to compete for a title. So this is also the reason why I said many times that we are ahead of my expectation, because we spent almost all season in top 4 in the first season, and this show how ahead we are in terms of expectation. And then next year or in 2 years, I don't know, I just try to be focused on this season.
And for you, ending this season in the top 4, would that mark a success?
Absolutely, yes, more than success, yeah.